Now look at this. These ships right here, I took some screenshots of some ships that I captured in a very, very strange place. Hey, hello, Ashlyn Lighton. Yeah, and I think this place that I took these pictures was indeed from a portal. It was a portal, I believe, that caused these to show up in the place that they did, and it was on my property, and I had spoken about a portal on my property before. Hello, everyone. A portal on my property before that was near the water. These showed up in the water. In the water, I think it was back in around latter half of 2018 or earlier part of 2019. I don't have the exact time, but I stood and took my picture at the water by where a portal had opened up. And I'm sitting there thinking, how on earth was that possible, you all? I know it sounds really strange. It sounds strange, and I didn't like to talk about it. I really didn't like to talk about it. I said, because, I thought that's impossible for these ships to show up. And, they're clustered. And look at this. How could I get, like, a perfect opening like that? Okay, how could I? How could I even get a perfect opening like that from the water? I couldn't understand it. I really could not understand it for the life of me. How could I get these ships, these objects, showing up the way that they did? Because they're literally thousands of them. And the only reason I could come up with was, thinking about it now, is because there's a portal. An interdimensional portal had opened up on my property. It really did. And these ships showed up. I've got more pictures, and I'm going to show you some pictures that I took of the clouds too, because there are some type of a being in the clouds, and it's not these. These are not in the clouds, you all. It's like there's like a whole new world there. It really was like a whole new world. It was a pond, a pond, a pond is what it was. Look at that. Look how many there are. I couldn't make sense of it. I really couldn't make sense of it, because it shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't have, but it did. It did happen. Let me zoom this out. It literally, see, you can see like windows and things right here. Windows. You can see these details. You can see the edge of the ships. You can see smaller ones. It was an interdimensional portal. Yeah. There are long white ships. Long white ships. I'll show you some after I look at this, you all, because it was wild. It was so wild. Like windows too. Look at that. They had, some of them had notches in them. Had notches in them. Let me do this. Hello, Susan. Yeah, see, there's the one rectangle opening. And then look at this. Look at that. Look at these right here. It literally, it threw me for a loop, is what it did. It threw me for a loop when these showed up. And I'm going to be honest, my property was literally having some things happening on it, especially over there, where this portal was open. It was a main convergence line over there also, that lined up with another line in my yard. See, look down there. Like, how can that be? Yeah, how can it be? But, oopsie. Now, see, look how many there are right here. It's a lot of them, is what it was, a ton of them. Now, this part up here, I have these in my regular, when I take pictures of the sky, I would have this effect, like they're literally coming out of the other dimension, the ones up here at the top. But these at the bottom, I think they were out more than the others, is what I think. Out more than the others to make their presence known. And I think this looks like there's heads, big heads, the top of their heads. You ever look at the clouds in the sky and you see these big long rectangles, and then you see what looks like giant heads in them? You ever see that? It's hello everyone. Yeah, I have only showed these one other time, and it has like that those dimension colors, the pink, the green in them, but it's like heavily covered in it, heavily covered in the other dimension, is what it is. Let me see, what's this next picture? Just some more right here. Just some more on it. See, like more, can you all hear me? Because I don't know if I've got this turned up. I don't. Well, that's even more. I only did it one time. I only did it one time, and I was shocked. I didn't want to go back and do it again. I really didn't, because it just was kind of, it was kind of strange, you all. It was really strange. Look at this. Something, I thought, how on earth could it even have ships like that? Okay, and then it looks like you have some that literally are like way back there in a chasm, and then some in the front. Some in the front. Let me do this. Your phone's about to die. Oh no, plug it in. Plug your phone in if it's about to die, you all. Let me show you something else. So, and then, you know, we can come here. I want to show you these. Let me do this right here. This is wild too. So this is the clouds. Let me show you this clouds. This is a picture that I took with my camera. Look what's in the clouds, you all. It's these little white circle things. They literally, you can see them on the NASA products. They literally line themselves up on the NASA products just like this, form great big lines, but they're in the clouds, is what they are. Totally in the clouds. And see, this was in the sky, but it has the same, it has like the same colors, the same background. The same background, you all. That's what really like throws me off with this dimension stuff. And if you look really closely, you can barely see them, but it's their little dark heads. There's little dark heads inside these crevices, and look at these like dotted areas of the beings that are literally in the crevices of these clouds. They're all over the place, and I don't know if how long they've been here. I really don't. I don't know how long these beings have been here, but they've been here quite a long time, I would assume. A very long time, in order to be showing up in the clouds the way that they do. Let me close this one out. I think I saw some at the top also in my camera in these pictures. Yeah, right up here. Let me get to these. This one's a good one. Well, Gina, no, you don't need to do that. Okay, I don't need to do that, y'all. Look, let me see this. So look at this. So first we'll look at the whole picture. Look at this. This is the whole picture. This is the sky. This is how the sky looked. The sun was setting. We're going to come over here, you all. Look at this. You can see them all in the crevices right here. But if you come over here to the side, like let me get this going. Like, look at that. Look what they've done. This is them right there. They literally did this in the sky, in the clouds. This was not no telephone line or nothing. This right here, it's the weirdest thing that they lined up like that, you all, just like that from the clouds, in the crevices of the clouds, just layered in there. And I don't know if any of you all have saw this in your photos, but you know that's not normal. It really isn't normal. And look down here. That's not normal either. To see this down here from the clouds. I'm going to try to zoom it up. Kind of reminds me of snake skins. You know when a snake sheds its skin? That's what it reminds me of looking at this, because you got all these little dots and stuff. Here's the bigger picture. You got all these dots, but it reminds me of a snake shedding its skin, just looking at it right now, but I know it's not. But yeah, it's really hard to explain, especially if people haven't seen anything like this before. You go try to explain to somebody. I really don't like using my phone like this sideways because it's hard for me to navigate it. It really is. But then look at them. Look at them on top, the little white ones on top the clouds right here. There's beings on the top of the clouds is what there are. Right there, white beings. And it's so fascinating. But they're a life form. They are a life form on top of the clouds right there. Perfectly lined up. And I think there's some darker ones right here. You can see them underneath the clouds too. They're forming a row under the clouds. Look how straight that line is right here. Perhaps you all have seen them yourself also. Perhaps you have You can see some darker ones right here also in the clouds. And let me see if we can get up here what we can see at the top. Now this right here is a telephone line right there. Some type of a line going across the sky, but these aren't. And these definitely are not. These are part of the clouds. If I can zoom down and see what else we got going on. You can see them also in here. Right here inside the clouds, you can see even more of them. Right there, 1, 2, 3 of them, and then 2 down here. They really do look like the ones that came out of a particle event is what they look like. They came out of a particle event. You can see the outlines of them, how they formed their lines right here and right here. They're all in the sky, totally in the sky, everywhere in the clouds. And sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't. That's how it is with these beings that are up there. You can see them at times, and then sometimes you can't. Let me see if I can see something right here. Yeah. Now, this may not be for everyone. It really may not be. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, the devil can sit on attack all night long. Yes. Yeah, there is a battle taking place, you all. A battle is taking place. Let me show you. I got all these pictures of ships. I really do. I'm trying to get some good ones in the inverted mode. See, look at this. So this is like the inverted view of some of the ships that I took pictures of right there. I think I've got them. See, that's the regular mode. And it's just, it's mind-boggling how these ships get here. It really is. It's mind-boggling how I was able to take ships from the other dimension. It really is. But I did. Let's look up on this moon and see if we can see anything on this moon, you all. I have never done this before, zooming up on this moon. Because sometimes, you know, people, they get really good footage of the moon. And I used to get good footage. I'm not getting good footage anymore. I really am not. Of this moon. I'd like to see some of these ships on it, but I probably won't be able to see them on it. Hello, everyone. I'm just looking at some of these pictures on my laptop tonight since I'm relaxing now. This is my relaxation time, even though it's early at night. It gets dark early, and I get tired because I get up early is what happens. Get up too early in the morning if you're just tuning in. I'm just looking at this moon is what I'm doing. Just like for the moment. I want to look at it and see if we can see anything on these craters. We might be able to, but I don't know. You know, sometimes when I see pictures of the moon, I think it's a hologram. I really do think it's a hologram at times because of the way, well, it's probably atmospheric interference, but still I think of it like that at times. Try to see how close we can get up on this area. Because I want to think, is that those white things lined up right there too? They say the moon is a base, is what they say. It's some kind of a base, but I've seen beings on the moon. And I'm sure a lot of other people have too. Could we see down in that hole? I can't zoom up any closer, you all. Trying to look at that moon. Yeah, I heard this woman. She said the moon was a Dyson sphere. The whatever mediator was her name, and she spoke 3 or 4 different languages, which was pretty cool. She had a very soothing voice, and she does have a YouTube channel, and I can't remember the name of it. Something mediator. the moon is a Death Star. Is it a Death Star? You know, I've tried to get images of down here at the bottom to see what's at the bottom of the moon, and it's been really difficult at times because you rarely get to see the very bottom of the moon inside the craters, but you can't really see very much because of the dark shadows on it, which makes it a little bit of a bummer. It really does. But it's all right, you all. It's just, it's fascinating to look at, even though some say the moon is fake. It's still fascinating to look at, I think. It really is. Oh, let's look at this right here. You've seen flying crafts, yeah. There's some people that share some images of the moon with things flying around on them. I don't know about all of the images that I see because some of them would be easy to, some of the images of the moon would be easy to fake with things, because with the green screen, you can take any image and you can overlay it and make it appear as if it is up there on the moon. Okay, you can do that with green screen, with the CGI. You can, hello everyone. Yeah, hello. You're just looking at these. I really do think also that there are lots of portals that are opened up. A whole lot of portals have been opened up on this earth by a lot of people, and some of them may not had our best interests at heart, is what I'm thinking. I wonder if that's some of those white balls on that moon right there, but I can't really tell. Although I know that there are like lighted areas on the moon. Like one time I got a door on the moon is what I got. I found a door on the moon. Like this white spot right here. What if that's a ship right there in the center? But I'm not able to zoom up all the way. It could be some type of a ship that's right there. It really could be, because it's certainly bright enough to be a ship. Gina, honey, what you got going on? I'm just trying to look at this moon, you all. I really am. Just trying to look at it. Yeah. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Let me do this, you all, because this is really interesting. What's over here? It's just like more ships out from the other dimension. That's what that is. Ships from the other dimension, you all. I've got a lot of pictures on here. Really, I've got too many pictures on here, is what I've got. Way too many. But it's all right. It really is. It's fine and dandy. Well, that's kind of blurry. That's kind of blurry of the moon is what it is. Oh, my goodness gracious. But yeah, we live in a very, look at these. They're down here also. Those round balls right there. Perfectly round balls. They're like, I'm not sure if they're ships and or beings and or super intelligent life forms that are like robotic, because they're everywhere. They really are. They're all in the clouds, clustered in the clouds, you all. There's even some, let me get this. There's gray ones right here also, just clustered in them. Yeah, we can do this. Let me see what's over here. Yeah, and part of me thinks they're these type right here. Let me shrink this down. I think that they're these types right here that are often seen on the NASA products. Right here, you all. They have the ability, you can see a single one right here too. They have the ability to literally line themselves up like this. They're always seen flying around up there. They are always seen flying around. You can see an individual one right here, and you can see where they literally cluster together right here. I think they're in our skies, in the clouds. They're all over the place. And I think they came out of a solar eruption, a massive solar flare that they dismissed as a particle event and didn't focus on these that came out. That's what I think they are. Yeah, that's really what I do think they are. And I wonder, I'm trying to see where is the picture of the particle event, if I've got it. I may not have it on this part right here. I don't think I do have it on this part. Let me go look at these really fast. I don't see any right there. I'm just looking at this. Let's see, there are ships flying around. But you know, when you look at this, I wonder if it's 3 of those together and they just appear to be one solid ship. But then, I'm not quite sure, but these are all there. The sun is literally, it's a hot spot for UFO craft, for craft, light ships, you name it. They are literally going in and out of the sun is what they're doing, in and out, all day long, faster than we can blink. That's how fast they've been flying in and out, is what it is. Faster than we can even blink is how fast they go. And look at this, you all. You know this ain't normal right here. Look how long it is. It's literally coming out of the sun. The sun it's not solid. It's not solid at all. But it's literally, this ship, it's connected. You have a big row of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, this ain't Elon Musk satellites either. It isn't. These are ships that literally are flying in. They're long white ships is what they are. Long white ships that can be seen on the sun. I just want to try to show you some more if I can. There's some more of those right there. And you know, they're all different lengths going to and fro on this sun is what they are. What's over here? I just got a lot of products right here. I try to zoom up on that to try to get a better picture of it. Yeah, that's a better picture right there if you add some contrast to it. Yeah, thank you for coming on here. I just want to try to document these ships. They're not only on the sun, they're in our skies. They're also, they can appear interdimensionally if they want, is what I feel. And I think they're these right here also. I think they're these right here that are literally lined up in the clouds. I think they're here too. See them? Right there, right here, right here. They're literally layered in the clouds all around. And they can be like single units like that, single units. Or they can line themselves up and make one great big long one like these right here. And like these up here. Just lining themselves up. You can see they make a line. But I don't know if those are these. I think there's actually 2 different types. I think there's long white ones, and then I think there's those ones that are balls that literally do, look at this. Now, you all, now I'm not joking. You see this right here? Look at this. I was standing outside my work, I kid you not. One afternoon, the sun was setting. This robotic being appeared in the sky right here. This right here in the sky is, I kid you not, I thought, what is that protruding out of the clouds? And this is exactly what was protruding out of the clouds right here in the sky. Oh my goodness. Right there you are. I've never seen another one like it either. But you know that that's not a cloud. It's not a cloud, but it was protruding right out of the clouds. Um, there's so many things in the sky. This was in the sky. This is robotic like. I don't know if it was at the top of a ship or what. Um, but it's wow. That's me. I zoomed up on it. Just like that. In the sky. Um, it's got to be something that manipulates the weather. Well, it was something. It literally was something. Now see, here's my whole picture of it. Here's the sky. This is what the sky looked like right here. This was the exact date I took it. October the 17th of 2019. That's the picture, and here it is right there. Right there in the sky. Right there. Boom. See, it's white, but I went outside to take the picture, and there it was, just like that. Just like that. I thought, you've got to be kidding, but no, it was there. Just like that. And that is, let's see, that is this right here. In the clouds. That's one of the strangest things I've ever seen in the clouds, to be quite honest, because that right there, you can't make that up. You really cannot make that up, and there it is right down there. Yeah, please hit this like button, you all, because that'd be very nice. I just try to see what I've got on here. Oh, these are just solar eruptions, is all they are. Just plain old solar eruptions, you all. If I have any other, I'm just trying to see if I have any other strange looking captures on here, is what I'm trying to see. Any strange looking ones. Well, you see, this is the stereo UV. You can see there's, wait a minute. I'm trying to see if those are those white things that literally, see, they're coming out of the sun. They're coming completely out of the sun, is what they're doing, completely out of it. I don't know if that's their base. They could have a base in the sun. They really could. This is the stereo UV 284. See, here's some more of them. Send you a shout out. Hardly known. Yeah. Oh, I hardly look at the messages on here when I showing stuff like this, because I get too consumed in them. Is what I get too consumed. I haven't looked at these pictures in a long time, but I want you to know that we're not alone, that there are plenty of spacecraft flying around our skies. I'm just trying to see if this would constitute, if this would qualify for those round circles that are literally, they can be pressed so close together that they will look like a solid line. They really could be so close together pressed that they could look like a solid long white ship. And they may not be, but that's okay. I just wanted to check in on it, you all. Now see, this is them right there. Look at that. Just like that. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you, moderators, for being on here. You can go to the NASA products and you can document these. If you slow those products down, you can see these things flying all over the place. And this particular stereo UV 284 is really big on this stuff. You can catch a lot of them. And this is not Elon Musk satellites either. It isn't. It's actually intelligent race is what it is, and they're in our skies. Yeah, it's a great big portal, a really big portal. And to think that they're not up there, that would be folly. It really would be folly. You can see them coming out of the sun, too. In and out of the sun, just like that. And for those who say, well, there's no way nothing could stand, the sun is so hot it would burn up. I don't think so. I really don't. And, you know, they could have a different bodily makeup. They can withstand it if they're beings and or ships. They can withstand the heat. They really can. Oh, I got some ships right here. Now these are some pictures that I took of ships too. Right here, you can see they're clearly defined. You got some strange shapes, and again, they are interdimensional. They literally came out for me to get some pictures. And these pictures right here, I pointed at the sky, and they showed up. You know, they kind of, you know what these look like? They kind of look like the one robotic figure that I showed you all in the clouds. It could be a part of these. It really could be, now that I think of it, because, I don't know, it just feels like it could be part of these. I wonder, I really do wonder. I hope this is not an advanced AI race. I really hope it isn't. You can, this is the edge detect. A digital race. I don't know. These are the big old, they're big light ships. They're massive. And they're in the clouds. But I was able to get these all contained in my one picture, in my pictures. It's like they've been shrunk down for me to capture. Hello there, Apple Brooks. Yeah, I haven't seen this picture in a long, long time. I even forgot I had like this ship right here in it. But it's all right. It really is. And if you're just tuning in, I've been all over the place showing some of these pictures. I'm in a certain album on my laptop that I haven't been in a very, very long time. This particular album showing these ships, whose ever they belong to. Here's the inverted mode of them. You hope it's not the harvest. Well, if we're alive, we'll soon find out. If we last, it's okay. They do it. If you're here, you're meant to be here, and it will be all right. Is how I feel about it. It will be absolutely all right, because you're a spirit in a body. And let's hope we don't suffer. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to suffer. Look how cool that looks. You all, that is so cool looking. These ships are really cool looking. If you're just tuning in, I'm trying to figure out how to hold my phone this way. They're long, white ships. Long, white, light ships. There's a lot of them. There really is a ton of them, is what there is. Actually, thousands of them. Like a army of ships. It really is interesting. I wonder if any of these, like movies like the Battlestar Galactica or Star Wars, have any ships that might even be similar to this. Hello. Yeah. I just like looking at this, Shua, because I forgot I took that picture. Oh, we get to look at it in the inverted mode now. In the inverted mode. This is making me tired looking at these. It really is. It's relaxing. It really is, looking at these ships. They almost look like they got windows down here. If you look down there, it looks like there's windows. Oh, these are just in the edge detect now. Oh, some more inverted of them. Now, this may be boring to some. It really may, because it's just like ships. Long ships. I hope they're not, just, well, I shouldn't say that they're here on my property in another dimension, coming out whenever they want. But I don't get scared. I really don't. I really don't get scared of these at all. I actually like taking pictures of them. I like looking at them too. I really do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Joe Smoke. Yeah, I haven't looked at these in a year or so, I think, in this folder at all. They look zigzaggedy, but sometimes on the NASA products you can see the zigzaggedy. Where am I at? I don't even know where this is at, you all. Oh, I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to see if that was a big long ship in the sky up there. That's what I was trying to do, is see if there was a big long ship in the sky. And I guess there wasn't, is what I guess. Guess there wasn't one. I just try to see what's all in here, because I don't know what's in this folder. Look like a whole bunch of pictures is what it looks like. And they're about done. Now, in no way, well, I should say, see, this is what our ships look like, something like this. See, this is their shapes, which is, you know, they have their own shapes. But then we got these right here, which have their own shapes too. So they are some type of a ship. No matter how you look at it, they're some type of a ship, because these have a shape to them too in their ships. Just because they don't look like our ships doesn't mean that they're not ships. I just call them ships, even though they're in the sky, is what I call them. And they're really massive. Whew, my goodness. Well, I think I am going to go, you. I've been on here for 44 minutes. Time literally flies by looking at these pictures. It really does. But I do want to thank you all for coming on here. And, yeah, it's been pretty cool looking at these. Yeah, I call them a ship. I call them a ship, just like we would call these a ship. I'll call these a ship. Ships in the sky, like ships in the night. Yes, you all. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And thank you, moderators, for coming on here. Thank you all for coming on here and taking time out of your day to watch this video, because I never knew what I was going to share. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And thank you again, moderators, for the work that you do on here. It's really, really appreciated. And I'm sure everybody else likes having a peaceful comment section also. Have a wonderful evening, you all. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You might have got unsubscribed, so you might want to try to subscribe again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.